comprehension questions for Module 4, Part 2, plus Quiz 4. In this video, I will also do 4 questions. 1 question from comprehension question, remaining part, but I only do 1 question. So that's the quick sort partition question. That one, because in homework number 2, so many students couldn't do that well. So I need to emphasize this topic another time. Then quiz 4, I select 3 questions. Here you can see I skip a lot of things from module 4. Here I can let you know now in the final I want to skip 2 topics. All right, in module 4. Skip these 2 topics. The first one, fake coin problem. Fake coin problem, you can skip. Second one, recursion tree topic. Recursion tree topic. Okay, yeah. Then you just study the remaining topics. All right, so let's start our first question. Partitioning step. In homework 2, there is 1 question. So many students couldn't do that well. So this one is important. In your project 2, you need to implement. You need to understand the details of the step. Otherwise, how can you implement, right? So for the importance of this type of question, so I want to give this question in the final. So you really need to do it well in the final. Okay? Here, let me work out these questions. The question here, try to show you the, what's that? Previous one, right. All right, show you the basic way to work it out. First, I just copy the data. 9, 5, 12, 8, 7, 4, 21, 2, 6, 11. Last element is the pivot. So we will use this pivot element compare with each other element. Less than, some of them less than this pivot, some of them greater than the pivot, right? For those elements less than this pivot, we want to put them in consecutive locations. Greater than this pivot, also put them in the consecutive locations. We will use swap operation to make that. Okay, so that's the basic idea. So let's do one by one. First, 13 greater than pivot. 19 greater than pivot. Consecutive location, right? But after we see this 9 less than, so we want to put all the elements less than the pivot at the left subarray, all the elements at the right subarray, okay, for the processed elements. So that's the basic idea. All right, so the 9 to put at the left subarray, we do swap operation. 13 and 9. So 9, 19, 13 after that swap. The next one, 5 less than the pivot. This time swap operation like this. Okay, so 9, 5, 13, 19. Next one, 12 greater than the pivot. So stay there. 8 less than swap operation, like this. Yeah. So 9, 5, 8, 19, 12, 13. Okay. So 7, next one, swap operation. Okay. Yeah. 9, 5, 8, 7, 12, 13, 19. Okay. Yeah. Next one, 4, swap operation between these two. So 9, 5, 8, 7, 4, 13, 19, 12. And then next one, 21, stays there. Yeah. 2 next. Swap operation. All right. So 9, 5, 8, 7, 4, 2, 19, 12, 21, 13. Yeah. All right, 6. This time, 19, 6 swap. All right. 9, 5, 8, 7, 4, 2, 6, 12, 21, 13, 19. All right. Now the last one, 11, the pivot element, we put it in place with our last swap between 11 and 12. So finally, we have the partition result like this. 11, okay, the in place partition element. 21, 13, 19, and 12. Okay, so you can see, that's the final result here. Okay, yeah. You need to do some work in this way. All right, so that's the first question. Question 6 of quiz 4. There are 4 sorted arrays with the size given here, 12, 19, 27, 35. Now we want to merge them. There are many different ways to merge. Merge them in one big sorted array, and we want to use the minimum number of comparisons for the best case. Look at here, for the best case. The formula we need to use, simple, because the merge two sorted array with two sorted, right? With number of elements m and n. The best case, we have that formula, the minimum of m and n. That's the formula we need to use. But how to merge? There are many possibilities, and we try to get the smallest comparisons we can get. So you can try several times. But for this question, there are many different cases. So we may like to go through all the possible cases. So we want to reduce the number of cases. So we try to find a good way to reduce. So here, when we try some experiments, so we want to use some basic principle to help us reduce the number of consideration cases. The principle is because the element with small size is more important in the final answer. So in other words, we should take advantage of small arrays. Small array with small sizes. Yeah. Those arrays we should use more. Try to get the smallest possible answer. Yeah. Okay. Take an advantage of smaller array sizes. How about this? Okay. Yeah. So take an advantage of smaller array sizes. Yeah. But how to take advantage, you need to control that part. Yeah. So there is some fuzzy things behind it. Yeah. Here, all right. So one way we can do this is 12, 19, 27, 35. Okay? Yeah. So when we do the merge, we start from arrays with smallest possible sizes. So that's one way we can try to take advantage of smaller array sizes. How about this? We merge these two arrays first. All right. When we merge by this formula, minimum of those two numbers, that's 12. Okay, 12. 12 comparisons for the best case. Then after the merge, we get the merged array size 31. 31. Okay, so I use this notation. Yeah. Left-hand side 12, number of comparisons. The right-hand side array size, because I need to use both numbers. All right. The next one, 31, 27. Let's look at the merge of these two. Okay. The number of comparisons, 27. The smaller number, 27. The array size, adding together, 58. Okay. Yeah. The last array, this one and that's 35 one, 35, 93. The last one. Okay. Finally, we need to calculate the total number of comparisons we need. So we use the left-hand side numbers. 12 plus 27 plus 35. Okay, yeah. So you can see 74. But we don't know if this number is the best, right? We don't know it. Yeah. Although we try our best, when we do the merge, we try to use the array with the smallest possible sizes. But you may not use the best strategy. Even you try to follow that principle, you may not use the best strategy, right? Yeah. All right, so here, let's use another strategy and see if we can improve this answer. Another strategy is this. Array size 12, smallest, 19, second smallest. We try to make use of these two smallest array sizes as much as we can. Okay, for that purpose, we do this. 12, 27, merge these two. And the 19 is used to merge with 35. How about that? In that way, we use both sizes in a different way. Okay, yeah. All right, so here we get 12 comparison, the size 39. Okay, yeah. Here we get 19 comparison, the size 54. Yeah. All right. Right? Yeah. So 54. Okay. All right. So last step, merge these two arrays. 39 comparison, 93 elements. Right? All right, so total number of comparisons, 12 plus 19 plus 39. Okay? Yeah. 31, so 70. See? 70. Better than 74. So the answer for this question, this is the answer. Okay? The best we can get. Okay? Yeah. Not that easy. Yeah. So you need to try your best. Okay. All right. So the next question, this time for the worst case. Worst case. Our formula will be different. The formula will be different. The formula is m plus n minus 1. All right. So you can see, because n plus n minus 1, yeah, we try to make this sum as small as possible. Okay. So when we merge, we try to merge the smallest possible array sizes, yeah, in that way. Yeah. All right, so here. So let's try 7, 12, 21, 33. Okay. Smallest possible sizes. Yeah. 19, oh, sorry, n plus n, 19, but number comparison, 19 minus 1, so 18. Yeah. 18, the size 19. Okay, so the first merge. The second merge, these two, yeah. The total size number 40, but minus 1, 39. 40. Okay, yeah. Then the last one, the total size together, 73 minus 1, 72, 73. Okay, yeah. So now we calculate the total. Okay, yeah. 90, so 129. Yeah. So you can see, based on the formula, we can think about this probably the best we can get, because every time we try to make that sum n plus n as small as possible. Okay, yeah, you know. All right, so that's the question 7 in quiz 4. Now, the last question I want to talk about in this video, question 9. Now, when we do the partitioning step in the quicksort, is it a good idea to use the median as the pivot? Answer is no. So let me explain the reason. So when we consider one question, usually there are several factors we need to consider, not just a single factor. Here, sometimes your intuition may only focus on one particular factor. So that may not be good. Okay? Yeah. Here, you need to consider how to make one partition as fast as possible. Yeah. One factor is balanced partition or not, right? So that's one factor. If your partition is more balanced, then better performance. Okay? Usually, that is one factor. Another, the second factor, also very important, the cost to get the pivot element. The cost to get the pivot element. That factor also needs to be factored in your total cost. If that cost is too high, then even the first factor is, can reduce the cost, but the second factor can increase the cost. Okay? The overall cost still much higher than usual, right? Yeah. So this is the case, the median, because to find the median, the cost is too high. Cost to find the median is too high. So you can imagine how many comparisons do we need to find the median by our selection algorithm, big O of n, right? But that's a constant multiple times n. How high is the cost? If we use the random pivot, the cost is big O of 1, right? So cheap. Although that balanced partition, that part not as good as your median one, but the overall cost still much smaller. So that's the reason it's not a good idea. Nobody used the median as the pivot. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's the answer. Yeah. All right, so we finish this second video for part A.